and we will have a national emergency, and we will then be sued, and they will sue us in the Ninth Circuit, even though it shouldn't be there. And we will possibly get a bad ruling, and then we'll get another bad ruling, and then we'll end up in the Supreme Court, and hopefully we'll get a fair shake, and we'll win in the Supreme Court, just like the ban.
So I'm going to sign these papers for emergency, and then I'll immediately be sued, and the ruling will not go in my favor, and then I'll end up in the Supreme Court, and then I'll call my buddy Kavanaugh, and I'll say it's time to repay the Donnie, and he'll say, new phone, who dis? And then the Mueller report will be released, crumbling my house of cards, and I can just plead insanity and do a few months in the puzzle factory. And my personal hell of playing president will finally be over.
So that, bless you.
Welcome.
Yeah. So the first one was the president.
Yes.
And the second one was Saturday Night Live, poking fun at the president and his whole sing-song moment in Friday's Rose Garden event.
You know, I got to say, though, last night, or Saturday night may have been the best one. I mean, it may have been Alec Baldwin at his best.
Right. Okay.
And the reason why is because you actually saw what I had a friend tell me. It reminded him of when Tina Fey was at her best at Sarah Palin, when it got to the point where you really didn't know where Tina Fey stopped and Sarah Palin began. And that's actually what's happening now. That sing-song cadence, which a lot of people that follow Donald Trump and report on Donald Trump, that sing-song cadence was very disturbing for a lot of people. But that's something that Alec Baldwin may have done 3 or 4 or 5 months ago as an exaggerated sort of Trump tick. It's now actually in his actual repertoire. So you can actually go back and you look at that and say, wait a second, did he say that he wanted to execute people for
drugs,
nonviolent drug crime? Well, yes, he did. Check that. So again, it's actually, that's when Saturday Night Live is at its best, is when the parody's just about as bad as the real person.
Well, and now Trump is suggesting the comedy show should face retribution and be looked into.
What exactly does that, what does that mean, retribution?
Yeah, and let's not all have a huge freak out in the White House about anybody possibly discussing once Article 25. I mean, it's...
By the way,
it's what we see.
Can I just say, Alex Corson, it's 6:02, and Mika's already brought up the 25th Amendment.
I win bingo.
Think that's a new record. I mean,
Look,
that's a new record.
Amendment.
Could we have a bell every time she says
No, actually, why don't we have a bell
2 minutes in
when we find out
the new week
that our intel folks are actually talking about that, and they're dead serious because they're really scared.
Well, thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories, and you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.